We're going to break down what exactly you get paid as an English teacher and what your expenses are. All right. So I've got the paycheck here. This is typically what you get as an English teacher. I'm just going to slap this on the table and switch the camera around. Hey, this is just a quick message from me a few months after I recorded this video. I wasn't actually planning on putting this on my Web Dev Japan channel. I thought I was going to put it on my other channel that's just random stuff about Japan. But then I realized actually a lot of people I talk to are thinking about coming over to Japan as an English teacher first and then trying to get into the tech industry, which is a perfectly valid way to do it. It's probably the easier way to do it. Well, the easiest way would be to come over here to a language school, but you got to have the cash for that. If you don't have the cash to get over here and support yourself during that time, then you probably want to get over here as an English teacher first. So this video is for anyone who wants to come to Japan and become an English teacher for any reason, whatever it is. I'm going to break down the budget and what your life is going to be like financially. So it doesn't matter if you want to get into the tech industry or not. I think this will have some useful information. But then specifically for tech people, why English teaching is a valid way to get into the tech industry here in Japan is because I say just getting over here into Japan is like a solid, I usually say it's half the battle, but it's probably like a solid 40% of the battle. So just being here in Japan, that's like 40% of it. Then another 40% of it is your Japanese language skills. Get up to JLPT N2 level, at least for your speaking. And then that tiny percentage, 20% that's left, that's your tech skills. So it could change a little bit, but yeah, a solid chunk of that is just being over here. It's really easy for you to be an English teacher, have that working visa, and then a company just changes it into the right visa for you to be a software developer. It's so much easier for them to do that versus bringing you over here for the first time. So I hope that clears up who this video is intended for and why I'm putting it on this channel. So other than that, let's get into the video. All right, so we got the money here, all this beautiful cash. This is typically your take-home pay. My camera is a little, what's going on here? Is it straight? I don't know, maybe my chair's crooked. But anyway, yeah, so this is probably what you'll get as your take-home salary. There's 18 of these things here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 of these guys. You used to be able to think of this as one of these being like $100, but now it's more like, what is it right now? $70 or less now. It's $65 to $70 or something with the current exchange rate. So depending on your company that you're working for, they're gonna have different payment scams for like giving you math and trying to make you not realize how much you're actually getting paid. Like, I'll give you an example. I worked for Interac, and they had this weird thing where you thought your salary was higher because during certain months it was, but then like during the summer you get like nothing, you get like 25% salary. During the winter break they give you like half salary, and during spring break they give you like 75% salary, and there's no bonus or anything. So altogether, this is pretty much what, on average, what you're gonna get in your bank account every month. Could be a little less. Like in my case, I had to pay for the car that I had to lease to get to my schools. So, you know, that car could be another 1 or 2 of these that you could go ahead and take, just throw it out in the trash. But you know what, let's just pretend that you're not paying for a car. Let's just say you got 18 of these guys here in your bank account every month. on average, okay? This is probably what your real salary is going to be if you're lucky. I mean, I've seen, if you're at an Kiowa school or something, I've seen people get less than this in their bank account. But anyway, we got 18 of these guys, so what is this going to go to? First, you got to pay your rent, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these guys. If you're lucky, probably it's going to be 6. Still, if you're lucky. If you're in a bigger city like Osaka or Tokyo, that's going to go up to 6, 7, 8, 9 probably. So there's 9 of these guys just gone for rent. Then you're gonna have to do another 1 and 2 probably for electricity, you know, water and the gas and all that stuff. So say goodbye to those. And I mean, we still got a little bit here. There's a little bit to work with here. What else do you need? For me, I'm gonna need another 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna need 4 of these for food, because I actually eat real food like meat and vegetables and fruit, and I care about my long-term health, so I need real food. And that's not counting eating out. So though that's going to food, and now we've only got 3 of these guys left. That'd be like kind of like $300 left. So you gotta pick and choose. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna set aside 1 to build up savings so you could go travel around other Asian countries, or go back and visit home if you're gonna stay in Japan for a number of years? Maybe you're gonna set that aside, maybe you're not. And then you got 2 of these left. Like, this is gonna be like one drunken night at karaoke and buying a pizza after or something. And then you've got, for your whole month, you've got 1 other outing you can do. Or maybe this is gonna be like lunch at an Indian restaurant would take out about 2,000, I don't know, 1,500, 2,000 yen out of here. You could have a few meals, some restaurants with this, or you could use the train and get to the nearest city to wherever you're gonna go. That would be a train ride and probably eating there, and maybe you buy something for shopping, buy an anime figure or a manga or something, and it's all gone. And there you've spent all of your guys here, and you've probably got nothing in savings. Maybe if you were smart with your budgeting, or I don't know, if you just like destroying your body with instant ramen or something. Tonight, it is the night before payday. I get paid tomorrow morning, I don't know, like 7, 8 in the morning, whatever. So this is the food that I have left. I'll go ahead and show you here. This is my dinner, my last dinner before the paycheck. As you can see, we have a nice can of tuna fish there, eating it with chopsticks because I don't have anything else. And then we have this, Calorie Mate. Maybe you're lucky enough to save 1 of these, or even 2 if you're just really good with budgeting, but probably not. If you're like me, you probably had all these just gone and constantly living paycheck to paycheck. And if you don't want to be like that, then you should definitely look at something else for after English teaching, because it's just not a career option, in my opinion. I would say it's something to do for 2 or 3 years max. I did it for way too long. I did it for like 5 or 6 years before I got smart and got out of it. The whole thing is, while you are doing the English teaching, if you're like me in ALT at elementary schools or junior high school even, you should probably have some time in the day, at least an hour, where you're at your desk doing nothing. And you need to be productive with that time Don't read a manga or just sit there and sleep or whatever people do. Be productive with it. If you're lucky, you'll have multiple hours every day where you're on the clock and can do whatever you want to do. Use that time to build your skills. And when you're done with work in the evening, you've got your whole evening, or if you wake up early in the morning, you got your whole morning. Work on your skills. Don't go home and play video games all night. Don't spend all your time going out with other foreigners and spending these guys on karaoke and anime figures and sushi like I did. Well, until I got smart, then I stayed inside and worked on developing a skill. And that's what if you're going to be here in Japan for the long haul, that's what you have to do. You have to work on the skill that's going to give you a secure financial future in Japan, because English teaching is not that, unless you're going to do something like start your own English school, or if you've got like a PhD in English and you're going to teach at a university or something, then maybe you could stick with English. But otherwise, you should do something like I did, which was get into the tech industry. And if you're curious about how to do that, you can check out my channel here, Web Dev Japan, and I can help you get into the tech industry if you're interested in that. Or you can just watch some of the videos and get headed in the right direction and get it to where you've got 40 or 50 of these guys every month as an entry-level software developer. And then you can start having some real fun in Japan and building up a financial future. And you might be wondering, what am I doing with all this cash? Like a whole English teacher salary worth of cash. And that's because this plus 2 more of these guys, so 20 of these guys, is now this is what I give to my wife every month for her to take care of all the household expenses, figure out about like putting some money into savings, planning for trips, the grocery shopping. That's kind of the standard way what a husband in Japan would give his whole paycheck to the wife, and then he gets his own allowance out of that. She gives it back to him. But we kind of do a hybrid now. I give her more than what my whole take-home salary would have been as an English teacher, and she takes care of all the stuff, and then whatever I get on top of that, which is typically at least double this, that's my own money for my own anime and sushi. Not really anymore, but just for whatever I need for reinvesting back in my business, and random trips to Indonesia, and just whatever, it's my money, savings, stuff like that. So we got 20 of these guys. Got to give to my Japanese wife every month to keep the family and the house going. And it's just crazy because this is more than what my take home ever was as an English teacher, and it's crazy to just hand that over, and that's just like not even half of my income. I would have never imagined that would be possible back when I was an English teacher. So 100% glad I made the switch. It was not easy. I spent a few years. I'm only like a year and 6 or 7 months into the tech industry, but it was well worth it. And the potential for growth is almost unlimited. I'm just getting started. Hey, what's up? You've reached the end of the video, and I tried to find a place that shows that I'm in Japan. So I found a rice field. I don't know if you can tell I'm in Japan or not, but I'm here. And yeah, I'm just gonna give at the end of every video just a short little like personal update or share some news or something. So like you probably saw at the beginning of the video, it's been a few months since I filmed the original part of this video before I'm now getting ready to upload it, probably in a couple of days from filming this. And yeah, now I'm like 2 weeks away from being 2 years into the tech industry, which is pretty crazy. So my next video after this is definitely going to be like a recap 2 years in the tech industry, and you know, like what I had to go through in the beginning, where I'm at now, where I'm going, insights into the tech industry in general, and also of course in regards to Japan. So look out for that. And there's a kid coming up on his bicycle, so I gotta get off here and see you guys in the next video.